Wemby's overrated. I'm gonna
Oh
just go
shit.
ahead. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we're starting.
Yeah. Might as well. Might as well get our opening night predictions out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Opening night overreactions out the way. We could talk about D12 in a hot second, but what I saw, my biggest takeaway from opening night is Wemby is overrated. Sorry.
Can you expand?
Sorry.
Pause.
What is
Um,
it that you seen that made him seem overrated?
that is crazy. Now that's legitimately crazy.
I call myself. I call
That's
myself.
legitimately
I
crazy.
didn't even hear it. That I'm mad I missed it.
Can you expand?
Oh wow.
It's not even expand, it's expound. That's what makes it nastier.
Wait, wait.
Yes.
I thought it was expand on your point. Like
No, it's
if your
expound.
point's right here, you got it. Okay.
Okay. Um, yeah, let me say this. Overrated is relative. Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that clip out the way. Overrated is relative. Brian Windhorst comes out and says he'll be better than 19-year-old LeBron. There's people that were saying that he's going to have a better rookie season than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't think people understand what those players did at those specific ages. Those are astronomical. I'm talking about astronomical feats to live up to. Rookie Kareem Abdul-Jabbar averaged 29 points per game, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and shot 52% from the field. And that's before they were counting any blocks or anything like that. But I think it's safe to say he probably averaged about 3-4 blocks, really on the four side, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then if we talk about LeBron James at the age of 19, we're talking about a guy who, what is this, 21, 2 steals, 6 assists, 6 rebounds on what is that, 42% from the field. Like all the accolades that go with that as well. I shouldn't have to tell you. Rookies of the months, players of the months, MVP shares, all these different things like that. I think that those are crazy high expectations to live up to. And if that's where the bar is set, fuck it, I'm a limbo underneath him. Just like Wemby. Like he's overrated, bro. If that's the bar we're setting for this guy, which I don't think is a good thing, he's overrated. Can't get post position. Looks like a foul machine. Looks like a 3-and-D wing out there. Nice contesting every shot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
W closeouts.
Yeah, W closeouts. Crazy crazy
That block
closeouts
he had
from
on
the
Kyrie
from
like
the opposite corner.
God.
But also, I mean, not a dribbler. Let's just cut that out for right now. Guys overrated. Y'all got your expectations set that high? Bring them down. Come back down to where I was. Just bring it down, baby.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if niggas actually watched that game, but when he played, outside of the blatant over whistling on Wemby, two of those fouls was offensive fouls. Two of those turnovers were offensive fouls. To put it in perspective, shit was kind of crazy. It wasn't like he was just out there just fouling and fouling on defense like he can't play defense, something like that. They called some dumb shit. Grant Williams was being Grant Williams, which I ain't gonna lie. Omar, you are correct. You are correct in terms of flopping and doing the exaggerated
He
shit.
got elbowed in the face, Damo.
I'm not trying to hear that. I ain't gonna hold you. I do agree. I do agree. The expectations are too high, and I always tell people. I've been saying this for a while now. Stop going by what you hear other niggas say. Assess players based off what you see when you watch them, because it puts a lot of shit in better perspective. And you don't say these dumbass things like if he ends up being Hakeem or what was it, Hakeem or Anthony Davis, he's a bust. Like
Yeah.
Chris Broussard said, like an idiot. You don't end up sounding like that, and then people echoing that and that be the standard. That's crazy. Wemby is a phenomenal talent. Wemby is a phenomenal player. And if Pop decides to use him right and stop playing Jeremy Sochan at point guard and stop icing Wemby out when he gets 9 points in the quarter, they get clutch bucket after clutch bucket. When you stop doing it, when Pop realizes what he has and the rest of the team realizes what they have, Wemby will be absolutely fine.
I think some people need to lower their expectations for the rookie season. However, I feel like for a majority of this conversation, when he was coming into the league, the expectations and the hype was this dude has the potential to be a top 10 player of all time. And based off of everything that we've seen, how can you not look at this guy and say he doesn't have that potential? Because does he not?
You can say he has the potential for whatever the fuck he wants. That's the majority of basketball players when they're young anyway. When they come in the league, they're nothing but potential unless they're some 23-year-old 4-year college player. Like outside of that, everybody has some level of potential. It's fair to assess and say what he can be, but it's not fair to put niggas at standards that just aren't fair for a 19-year-old. Every 19-year-old isn't LeBron James, and this is not a rare occurrence. This has been a repeated thing. Wemby's not the first guy to get these type of expectations. He's just the latest. Niggas had this type of hype for Zion. Niggas had this type of hype for Ben Simmons. Niggas had this type of, when I say this type of hype, obviously I'm not saying the GOAT, but there's been a lot of niggas who's been the biggest prospect since LeBron. There have been a handful of niggas that when they play, they're going to be as impactful as LeBron was. There's been plenty of them. Niggas just end up falling short, and then you reassess as you go. So if Wemby really is this GOAT potential player, he'll show that. I mean, not he'll show that. He can be that eventually. But this first year, he's going to show you what the foundation he has is, and putting his foundation up against all-time greats foundation coming in the game. That's just an asinine argument, in my opinion.
Hakeem and Anthony Davis is a crazy bust. Like that's a crazy thing to say.
You're a bust.
If you're not Hakeem Olajuwon, your bust is just stupid. I'll even.
No, if you are Hakeem Olajuwon, if you're Hakeem Olajuwon or Anthony Davis, if that's what you end up being, then you're a bust. That is what Chris Broussard said about Wemby. If he's Anthony Davis or Hakeem Olajuwon, if that's what he peaks at,
I'm not gonna take that seriously then. So I want to say first things first. It has nothing to do with Wemby. Shout out Devin Vassell. I'm not gonna lie. Watching that game, dude is like 8 of 8. Dude is like 6 of 8, 8 of 13, having all the pop-ups go in there, and then it's immediately back to Wemby 6 points, Wemby 5 fouls, shit like that. Shout out to Devin Vassell. Dead ass, because bro was hooping the entire game. He got ratioed by Likely as well. Nah, I was literally feeling bad for the guy out there. Now that's one. Two, when it comes to Victor Wembanyama, I actually think it's very fair to have expectation. Granted, Hakeem or bust is just ridiculous, but I think it's very, very fair to have even high expectations of players down the line. I think Souls was implying it, but didn't really drive home the point. This year 1 shit though is corny. I think this year 2 shit is corny. I think this year 3, 4, and even 5 shit is corny. Now, when you get to 4 and 5, you can kind of make a good guesstimation what's going to happen. Fair enough. But the idea that these players fresh out the womb, fresh out the draft need to be top 15, top 20, top 30 even players is the most ridiculous backward shit ever. Majority of NBA history, these rookies are inefficient. They make stupid mistakes like how the Spurs did as a team. Not even the Victor Wembanyama himself. The entire team down the stretch when they were, I think, even up 1 following the Victor and 1, they made Luka and Kyrie look like damn all NBA defenders. The way they were just like IQ diffing them defensively. So it's definitely scary that people really expect these players to be this good fresh out the gate. But over time, I'll be blunt. If Victor Wembanyama isn't anywhere near Anthony Davis level at the end of his career, I'd be like, damn, I'll say it. And maybe that's unfair, but I'd be disappointed because I think he definitely has the potential to be that. But the Hakeem Olajuwon thing or bust is crazy.
I'll say this, and Sage is right. Shouts out to Devin Vassell because they were definitely doing him dirty. I mean, there was a stretch either in the 3rd or 4th where Wembanyama's not even on the court, but the graphic underneath the score was his points, fouls, and everything like that. And I mean, not in the 3rd or 4th or whatever it was, for not 30 seconds, not a minute, not 2 minutes. Like I'm talking about like 4, 5, 6 minutes he wasn't in, and they went to commercial break, came back, it was still down there. The graphic to commercial break was Wembanyama, and I get it, that it is what it is. That's what's gonna happen. Great guy on your team, but just that's crazy.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Jesus Christ, because I know I can hear it already, guys. I'm not serious about Wemby being a bust. Jesus Christ, I know y'all are gonna come for me. I think preseason also made things worse. Preseason he did look freakish. He did look crazy, and
that game
already. Yeah, people were saying, is he top 15 already, top 10 already in the league? And we just got to calm down. I saw something that said Cam Reddish, before he even can drink legally, is already an NBA journeyman. Like we just got to keep reminding ourselves, like these players are coming in much younger, and it seems like they're here for a long time, but in reality, they're not. They're still relatively young. They're still unpolished. They still got a lot of time to go. A lot of people don't win championships before what, the age 26, 27 or something like that. Or hell, I don't even think it's that. I think it's a little bit later than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like their first championship I'm talking about. It's a little bit older. So we just got to calm down on all the expectations and getting up there on these guys.